Darryl, I know that you're obviously you're very into the paleo diet, but you believe that there's more to it than that. There's lifestyle factors that count. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be discussing in more detail during my presentation, but you know, I do believe food is medicine. For sure, but I do believe in terms of chronic lifestyle disease and the causes, it's definitely multifactorial. At the turn of the 20th century, heart disease became prominent in the Western world. So it's before, you know, the large intake on board of sugar in our diet. It was before a lot of the, you know, nutritional science before that was even you know, had come about. So there was a problem 114 years ago where scientists, doctors were starting to question why all of a sudden is heart disease, you know, becoming the main killer in the Western world. Of course, there's one obvious reason as to why. Infectious diseases were starting to be cured, were starting to be dealt with. But nevertheless, chronic lifestyle disease was becoming more prominent. And what really fascinates me is the research by Jeremy Morris in 1953, which always kind of puzzles me as to why we're still using food as a default for manifesting lifestyle change. I think it's just one important factor, but not the only one. In 1953, Jeremy Morris, the landmark study in the Lancet magazine, he basically did a study on bus conductors and bus drivers in London. Okay, I think it was over between 8 and 12 years study. And what he found was bus drivers were 3 times as likely to die of a heart attack, twice as likely to not survive a heart attack, okay, in 1953. And if you think about, these are the same bus conductors, same bus drivers, tackling the same sort of routes, and they had the same background, and also they were eating the same type of diet. They're having the same type of diet. Same income, the demographics were pretty much identical. The only difference was the level of activity. So back in those days, bus conductors were running up and down the stairs, or they're helping people to sit, you know, to take them to their seats. So I think as important as food is, and it's been remarkable in the transformation for myself, we can't separate activity and physical activity from that. We have probably the most overwhelming evidence supporting physical activity as preventative measure for chronic lifestyle disease. And so I just want to add, as well as everything that's been suggested previously, which I wholeheartedly agree with, that we don't want to remove physical activity from the solution for preventing chronic lifestyle disease.